Hello everyone. Good evening to everyone. Habari ya jioni kwa kila mtu, wale wanatutazama na wale ambao wanatusikiliza. Habari zenyu. Miguda, habari ya jioni.
Niko vyema, habari yako?
Mi niko salama.
Wanisikia vizuri?
Nakupata baba.
Hiyo ni sawa.
Asante sana. MCOBURA, uko vipi?
Nami niko salama, nashukuru. Mambo yako shwari. Tunangoja tu kuingia kwanza kuzungumzia yale mambo ambayo yanatukuza kama nchi. Unajua hapo nyuma, siku zingine hapo nyuma, kuna mwenzetu hapo alikuwa anasema we are not supposed to get involved or we are not supposed to be discussing some issues here, but I think as a Kenyan, I have a right to give opinion and also to converse with others, to hear opinions of Kenyans on what they think of the running of the Republic of Kenya, because we have that right.
Okay, that is allowed. Everybody's allowed to, as a Kenyan, to be part of the conversation of what is going on, because Kenya, some of them are political processes. And when it comes to political processes, as a citizen of the country or a citizen of the nation, it is your responsibility to be part of that conversation. That is, I agree with you fully. Now, before we go into the main discussion of today, there are just few happenings that one is confirmed, especially there's the issue of Waititu. Waititu today was arrested and he was taken to the head of DCI at Kiambu Road. That is one. There's also this rumor that has been going on in the internet, but I'm not very sure. Like I've not authenticated the health of the former president. There's this something that has been circulating in the social media, but like we've not had any communication from his office or neither from his family members. But Pauline Joroge tweeted something, and I think also former governor for Kiambu, Kabogo, said that he spoke with, I quote, he spoke with one of the family members and told him that the president, the former president or the fourth president is okay. That is there. Then we have also, I don't know, I'm just saying it, but I don't know whether it is true, that Morara Kibaso Senior was arrested. We don't know where, but these are just like some of the things that are going on the internet. We are not confirming, but it is something that is now on the internet. So maybe if you have something on your side that you'd want to share too.
I don't really think, okay, the issue of the former president reportedly ill, I don't really think it is true, because he is a former president, and should anything happen to him, or even if he is sick, the country should be aware, and there are channels, and there are people who are supposed to be channeling that to letting the people of Kenya. Is being a former president is no longer private. He shouldn't be living a private life.
Yeah.
He's a former president of the Republic of Kenya. So if there's anything that is happening to him, of course the people of Kenya has a right to know or to be told. Again, on the issue of Kebaso, it has not really been confirmed. I also saw some clips in social media that he's been arrested, that he was arrested. We are yet to confirm if those were true or they were false.
Yes.
What else have you spoken about that you wanted a verification on?
The Waititu issue?
Oh, the Waititu. Waititu was actually arrested, and it is reportedly that he had been taken to the DCI headquarters that is along the Kiambu Road. The same was confirmed by the Azimio leadership, that is Kalonzo Musyoka, Kioni, Eugene Wamalo, and close allies. Actually, it was also confirmed by his lawyer,
Zero.
Mr. Ndegwa Njiru. Among the issues that they're speculating is that I think they're still following him on the corrupt dealings that he had engaged in previously. But I think they had slowed down just because he was still supporting the president. But since he was seen moving around with the opposition, they've gone back for him. So that is anything. That is something we expected as a people. This is the governments that we've been seeing. Whenever someone commits things like corruption, whenever they fail to follow the constitution, whenever they fail to adhere to what the constitution says, if they're with the government, nothing will really happen to them. But the moment they go or they start engaging or moving or interacting with the people at the opposition side, then automatically we'd expect that they will start the government would start following them.
Okay.
Yes.
When you move far away from power, you experience such. So that is also something that is going on. Maybe Miguda, is there anything new that you'd want to share with us?
I just like to confirm former governor Ferdinand Waititu has been arrested and presented to the DCI headquarters. That is factual. The issue of Marara, I've just received some information 1 hour ago, but I think he has been arrested because I've received information from a very reliable source that I can confirm.
Okay, I'm seeing even Annie on the comment section is saying,
current.
Yeah,
and I'm agreeing with Annie in toto. Free Morara.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. So today we are Monday. We are just counting hours to the famous "I'm ready for Tuesday," and Tuesday always has a meaning, especially like in our country. It's usually associated with protest. I'm ready for Tuesday. You know that. But also, there are two events that will be taking place tomorrow. That's why, one of them will be her history in the country. Another one too. Both of them tend to be like historical. One of them will be the migration from the NHIF to SHA. It will be launched tomorrow. The rollout will be done tomorrow. And also, we have the impeachment motion of Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, the second highest in command. His impeachment motion will be tabled into Parliament tomorrow. So those are very, very, very historical, especially for the one for the deputy is very historical, especially when it comes to the 2010 constitution. He's going to be the first deputy president to be impeached, or the first deputy president for his motion of impeachment to be tabled in Parliament. So one thing I know, they might be taking their last supper. Is always like that when the process starts. There's that Tuesday fever. Both sides, both those who want to impeach him and those who are not supporting his impeachment. But we want to take a different look onto this, yeah, and look it in a very different angle, because we've been talking about it for so many times. Like, it has been so much repetitive in our talking, especially in this channel, on why and why not. And there's something that, to me, I would want to debunk. I might be wrong. I want to debunk the issue of tribalism. That is something that I want to debunk. And one of the reasons why I want to debunk it is this. We have to agree that in our political landscape, the tribal is something that has the tribal card or the regionalism kind of politics has been playing long for the longest time, ever since even us growing up and starting to understand the political process. The region have always taken a center stage in politics, and it has evolved. And if you're very keen enough, or if you're a very good history student, you will be informed that when the coalitions are built, one of the top on the list is a tribe. That is what is one on the top of the list is your tribe, because your tribe will determine the position that you will get in case you form the government. So we have to agree, yes, he is tribal. But are we excluded in that tribalism? Yeah. So we have a disease called tribalism. That is something that we have to agree as a country. We always go into our tribal cocoons when things happen or when we are faced with corruption, allegation issues. You will go to your tribe because you feel you might get solace there, or you might get your support there. It has always been, that is the truth. But the problem is, we are not curing it. Yeah, we have that disease, and the prescription we are giving it is tribal. And this, we are looking at how one of the allegation or one of the alleged that deputy president is tribal. And on that ground, he's being impeached because he's a national leader. Yeah. I'm not supporting him, but I'm just trying for us to debunk it and say, okay, if we have to impeach him, let us impeach him on other areas, but not on the tribal issue, because all of us, we agree here that it is a tribal card that is taking place. So to me, I agree is tribal, but I think by impeaching him based on that is not going to cure how tribal we think. And that is my take for now before we go to what are the impacts or the disasters that await president just in case if he's impeached. MCOBURA.
I also wanted to say something on tribalism. It is true that one of the reasons why the deputy president is supposed to be impeached is because he is being accused of tribalism, of which personally I don't object to that. I totally agree that Gachagua is tribal, yes. But the question is, who else in this government is not tribal? Is it the measure of tribalism in them that is different? That's a question for another day. But the truth of the matter is, the buck stops with the president. And that was confirmed by the president while he was still the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya from 2013 to 2022. And the question we are supposed to be asking ourselves is, if it is
Okay. Thank you very much. Seemingly, my friends might have the power is gone, I think, on their side. Um, that's okay, but that one does not bar us from continuing with the discussion. Hopefully, they are going to come back. I don't know what happened. They've all gone. If you are in Nairobi, let us know when you have the power or not. So, and we were just going to discuss about what impact, especially will the impeachment of the president have on impeachment of deputy president will have on um, President William Ruto when he runs for an office. You know, those are some of the questions that we should look. But before we look into that, I was just talking with my friends, my panelists, but unfortunately, maybe there's something that has gone wrong for both of them. I don't know whether it is light or there's a blackout, so we cannot get them. And if it is true, then Morara is um, uh, has been arrested. We just want to know on what grounds. If you're out there and you might be having information about the arrest of Kibaso Morara, the senior, let us just know. And or is it just something that is on the table? So this is what also I want to look at. What will happen if the deputy president is impeached? Because from where I sit, I think the deputy president and the president, this marriage is over. And the reason why I'm saying this marriage is over is based on how, if you are a very keen listener, yesterday when the deputy president had an interview when he was in Meru, and you would see some of in his interview, it was so much in the vernacular. And one of the things that would tell you that this is over based on how the deputy president castigated the president, especially when it comes to funding or financing the Gen Z protest, whereby I quote, he said that the president actually said it was Ford Foundation. Yeah, and it is in the public domain. The president really said he was in Kuresoi launching some project, and he called out on the Ford Foundation for sponsoring. He called out on them. It's not the video. But the deputy president was saying when he went to New York, actually was talking of DC. I think he missed the city because the president was in New York when he met the Ford Foundation president, and he really praised it. And that's now where the deputy president was asking, "Where are we? You know, where are we?" So it's that tells you, because like he had that courage to address, that is there. Then another thing is also about Danny. If you're very keen, he said that when you remember when there was a burial somewhere in Western Kenya, when Onyonka talked about that and about airport being sold, and deputy president did not say a word, and I quote, he said, "Somebody called me and say that why you did not defend the government." So he said, "I cannot defend something that I do not have information of." So those are these are telling you that I don't think their relationship, how they came in, it is over. And
yeah, if maybe you can allow me to finish the point that I was trying to put across.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that as much as the deputy president is being accused of tribalism,
Yeah.
I think we should also accept the fact that not just the deputy president is a tribal leader.
Yeah.
And tribalism actually starts from presidency. to the governors, cabinet secretaries, and everything. The person who should bear the whole cost of tribalism, or the person who should not even accuse anyone of tribalism, is the President of the Republic of Kenya. Because if then we are supposed to be impeaching people based on the level of their tribalism or how they've been either nominating or talking about a specific region where they're coming from, then I think the president sits at a point where he's the most tribal leader. Remember, the president is the one who does the appointment. Remember again, the president is the one who actually confirmed that the buck stops with him. So my point is, if we look at even the nominations that the president did in his government, it is true that if we look at the cabinet secretaries, he's the one who appointed the cabinet secretaries from the Mount Kenya region. So at that level, he should not tell us that the deputy president is tribal. Anyone from that government should not come out to tell us that the deputy president is tribal, because it is the president who made the appointment. If you are still talking about tribalism, if you look at the PS positions, 80% of the CS positions, the appointments were made, and I'm telling you, it was given to one tribe, and that tells you, is it that not the definition of what tribalism is? The buck stops with the president. If you look at these institutions, what do you call these institutions, like Power, KBA,
you're not
whatever.
You're not audible, my friend.
How do you call it? You can't hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking. Okay. No, you are breaking. You're breaking. Una katika hatukusikii vizuri kakangu.
Let me log out and then I join again.
Okay, asante sana. Mimi kwanza wacha nichukue nafasi nisalimie Linda Kanini. Asante sana kwa kukuja. Gibson Connor, asante sana. Brenda, asante sana. Ani, asante sana kwa kukuja. Pia mimi nakushukuru. Makubura, what happened? Did you just lost the power? Oh, I think they've lost the power. So ndio maana nilikuwa nasema kama ni ukabila, kama hiyo ndio chanzo ambayo labda wabunge wanaweza leta kuwa tuone kwamba naibu wa rais anatolewa kwa sababu ni mkabila, la hapo naye tunasema kwamba viongozi wetu tutakuwa tunajanganya sana, kwa sababu na pia labda kitu ambacho mimi nataka kuona, labda akitolewa kwa sababu we ni mkabila, nataka kuona ni nani atapatiwa naibu wa rais na atakuwa anatoka katika kabila gani. Na kama naibu wa rais ambao labda Rigathi akitolewa. Makobura, you back? Hello?
Yes, I don't know whether you can hear me now.
Yeah, but you're still having some hiccups on your sound.
It is not clear?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, I don't know whether I should proceed with my submission.
You're okay, sir.
Okay, yes, I was saying that it is wrong for us to just accuse the deputy president of being tribal. We should, if we are impeaching the deputy president, then we should impeach the president, because the one who is more tribal than even the deputy president.
No,
the one.
Let us, okay, I agree with you, but now let us not focus ourselves on the issue of maybe the president and the deputy president. Let us now look this country and all the political leaders. Yeah. And we look at it and say that because the main reason why, among other things that why he's being impeached is alleged that he's a tribal and he's speaking about his region. And I bring you back even to the time of the president, the former president Uhuru Kenyatta. He spoke for the Mount Kenya people. There are some of the things that he was speaking about that affect the Mount Kenya people. Why then, during those days, he was not labeled as a tribal? That is one. Remember also in 2018, 2020, towards 2022, there was a time the president then, right now, the deputy president, now president, was also, they wanted to impeach him. You know, so we are not defending, but our question is, will this one cure the tribalism that we have, the regionalism that we have? That is my question to you. Eh? Will it cure? Hiyo ndio swali yangu.
Brother Ben, I'm not
Okay, siwezi kamsikiza. Yeah, hatusikii vizuri kwa sababu sauti yako ni kama ina katika, sijui nini mbaya. Miguda. Okay, sawa sawa. Sasa mazungumzo yetu bado itaendelea kwa sababu nadhani MCOBURA anajaribu kutengeneza upande wake wa pili ili tumsikize vizuri. MCOBURA, uko vyema sasa?
Yes, I don't know whether you can hear me now.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're still breaking. Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah.
I'm wondering
So,
why.
yes, and I agree with Gibson.
I'm actually not defending the deputy president. I'm not defending the president. What I'm saying is we need to be truthful. When you're talking about tribalism, let us not just call the deputy president that is tribal, because the truth of the matter is we are all, this nation, almost everyone is tribal. All leaders are tribal. To an extent that even if they're looking for political seats, they always go back and then they try coming on board, telling the people that, you know what, because I'm from Mount Kenya, because I'm from Lowland, these are the number of votes that I'm coming with. And that has always given them a platform to bargain the national division of revenue. So it is being insincere, according to my view, when we want to just accuse the deputy that is tribal. Of course he is, but the truth, what should be done is, when we are talking about tribalism, then we should all look into they should all look into their political life and then come out and tell the people that, you know what, we accept the fact that we are living in a tribal world. And the only way to cure the issue of tribalism, it is not the way they're trying to bring it, because this is not going to solve it. Remember, they're saying that they're impeaching the deputy president, but again, they're trying, or the person who they will bring someone else who is actually from the Mount Kenya region. That is not solving the tribalism. What they are doing is that they have had a disagreement with the deputy president Gachagua, and now he's being removed. Instead of coming up with some substantial issues or list that they need to come up, they need to accuse him of, they should not just come and tell us the issue of tribalism. Just that seat is still reserved for someone from Kenya region because of the tribalism in the Republic of Kenya. Because of the tribalism, that is still going to be given to them. If we are not talking about tribalism,
MCOBURA,
yes.
You are cracking, like we cannot hear you. You are breaking too much. Just check something. Just check it.
Let me log out.
Okay, so I agree with what Gibson Connor is saying. You cannot impeach somebody just because he's tribal. And it's now, I say, like, we are not going into the real issues. We are not being told about the real issue, and that is that. And this one will bring us to what will happen, because will it bring hostility amongst the tribe because, or by switching or replacing Gachagua with somebody, will make that relationship between the president and that in that particular community? You know, because when deputy president was 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 given that post, or when they agreed to be given that post as a deputy president or as a running mate, I don't I don't think he was given that because he was the best of the mountain. They were the best of the mountain, but there could be a reason why he was given that. And among other things that was on the list was the tribe. What is coming from the mountain? That's why he was given that. So there's what in politics, there's that what we call everybody needs to be in government. Yeah. You have to be in government, or the government should be for everyone. Whether you voted for it or you don't vote for it, the government is yours. But if you look at politics, there are people who sponsor these candidates, the people who usually might sponsor a candidate and say that I'm sponsoring you. What do they get in the return? Yeah, there's something that they want to get in return. Yeah, that is something that we are. Hey, Mister. Hello. Okay, I'm still waiting for him.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, my
Hello.
brother? Hey, habari gani?
I'm good. You can hear me?
I can hear you well. Niko salama.
You can get me?
Very well. When uniambie, uko aje?
Okay. Niambie.
Niko salama.
Are we ready for Tuesday?
We are ready for I'm ready for Tuesday. I'm ready for Tuesday. So, my brother, there's something...
unakatika kidogo tu nitengeneze net yangu. I think ina buff.
Kwani nini mbaya? Kila mtu ako na net leo. And that is what, and we as Ayaga is trying to set up his mic, we are just looking at, and will this one create an enmity between the president and the people of Mount Kenya? I don't know. That is something that we will also watch. And another thing that we also are looking at, where the problem that deputy president is going through and disagreement maybe they're having with the president, is that one also a problem of Mount Kenya? Somebody would tell us. Those are now the questions that we need to ask and know what is the best way forward. Mr. Yaga, are you ready? Oh, okay. I think today we do not have a good day. This evening but anyway, I can continue a little bit. And if you look at what is taking place, and we are looking at what is the relationship going to be aftermath. Yeah. And aftermath will be in two scenarios. If he is impeached and if he is not impeached, how will it be aftermath? That is now the question. And because from the way it has reached, the only person who can save, or the only person who has the last word to Gachagua impeachment is the president. That is a fact. Is the only person who can call on members of parliament and say, hey, we are not doing this. Yeah, the buck stops with him right now. But based on the castigation that has come from his deputy, especially in the public, and his deputy has taken this stand of being a truthful man, and if you've taken that a stand of being a truthful man, what does it leave your other partner, or your in the state? So, those are the... Hey, Mr. Yaga. Hello.
Hello, Brother Benson. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, what's your question?
My question is, yeah, By replacing Gachagua or by impeaching Gachagua, the way it is said, will it cure the tribalism?
It won't cure the tribalism because our politics, the genesis of our politics was tribal-based politics. Even when Kenyatta was still in detention, Gingodinga said that it is Kikuyu who fought the Mau Mau, so we can't get into power, and some of them are in custody. So he fought so hard to bring back Kenyatta. So it means the reason why Kenyatta was brought, we are being informed by the tribe that who fought the Mau Mau, the Kikuyu people. The reason why I say that it cannot cure tribalism, because even how you had the MPs, the way they were saying that, even how signatures were being collected, they were asking some MPs from certain region, come to this place, give us append your signatures. So signatures were collected based on the tribal arrangement of the political class in the country. If impeachment motion to impeach a person is purported to be a tribal figure, they are using tribal arrangement to collect such signatures. To me, I think it won't cure the tribal card. Rigiji is just a victim of the circumstances, and if at all it can cure the tribal disease, so be it. Let them bring it on. But if we cannot cure the tribal thing, I don't think, because how it was collected, even the people who are
Okay, we are losing. I don't know what is happening.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm saying even the member of parliament who is coming from Kiku constituency, who was saying that he has appended his signatures. Look at even the distribution of resources. In the previous financial year, you had that there were like much billion given to Kiku constituency in terms of infrastructure, whereas other parts of the country, there were not that money. So I don't think that impeaching Gachagua will cure. As we were interested in things like distribution of resources, service delivery. You had even previous time, Uhuru Kenyatta brought Mau Mau roads, particularly targeting the people from his community. But people did not complain. Look at places like Super South, John Badi constituency. There are no tarmac roads from independence to date, but Mau Mau roads are still on. In fact, some of them are stalled. They're going on. But who brought them? Uhuru Kenyatta. So I don't think that by bringing the issue of impeaching Rigiji is going to cut the issue of tribalism, because tribalism begins with a personal level. People like Koech, who have said they have prepared their signatures. The Koech, they were the people who, if you look at the war between the people of Luo and Kalenjins at Sondu, they were quiet. They did not come out to castigate those people. They did not come out to tell the people of Kalenjin not to attack the Luo's people. They were thriving in that conflict between the Luo and Kalenjin community. So why is that this impeachment motion is going to cure the tribal thing in us? I don't think it's going to cure the tribal thing in us, because even the arrangement of it, because they have said that Luo legislatures, you had Luo legislatures and Kalenjin legislatures and some Chico legislatures are going to append their signatures to impeach Rigiji. So your question is, are we impeaching Rigiji based on our ethnic arrangement? If you are impeaching Rigiji based on our ethnic arrangement, it simply means that we are using the same mistake we want to correct, and we apply that mistake to correct the same mistake. It will not happen. Let impeachment come, whatever the outcome, I do not care. But my point is, after impeachment, there are some people who will still argue that politics is tribal based. You heard what Rigiji was saying. They are saying Rigiji has not incited Kikuyus against any tribe. Rigiji has not told the people of Mount Kenya to attack other tribes. Rigiji has not said anything wrong about the other tribes, maybe Turkana, the Ogiek. He hasn't said anything wrong about other tribes. He's only interested in uniting Mount Kenya. He has been loud that Boro Siguze Mrima. He has been loud that do not divide us. Let us be united. He has been loud that we were divided during the previous campaign, and Ruto got 87. If he could be united, he could have gotten 100%. He has said also that during the time of Matiba and Mwai Kibaki in 1992, when they were competing for presidential elections, someone got 1.9, someone got around 1.7. They're like someone got around 1.8, 2006. They had like 2.5 million votes by that time. So, and Moi won that presidential election with 1.7 million votes. So it was like, if Matiba and Kibaki could have agreed and made these our votes, we could have gotten 2.5 million votes, and we could have sent Moi as early as 1992. So Moi could have not extend his year to 2022. The 10 year added on that 24 years. So Moi could have ruled for 14 years. So Rigiji tried to say that if the people of Mountain Kenya could have not been divided in 1992, we could have made the government, and Moi could have gone home as early as that time. Today, Rigiji says, saying, okay, if you can unite, Rigiji has been has been loud about, let us unite at the people of Mount Kenya. Let us unite. Let us unite. Then you ask your question, which tribe is not united in this country? The Kalenjin nation are united behind Ruto. The Luo nation are united behind Raila. The Kamba nation are united behind Kalonzo. The Rigijis, the problem is here, I think, the kingship. People don't want a leader who is going to lead the people of Mount Kenya. But Rigiji is trying to tell that I'm the current leader. Let me lead you people in unity, because other regions are united behind their one individual leader. Now, the mistake which Rigiji has done here, I can see they are saying Rigiji is a tribal leader because he has been advocating for the unity of Mount Kenya. There are other issues which have not gone into details to find out, like Rigiji has made sure that many Mount Kenyan people are employed in the government. So they were trying to, he has been advocating for the interests of the people of Mount Kenya to be employed in the government. He wanted many people from the region to be employed in the government. Those are some of the details which I have not checked into. But my point is, if it is at all that Rigiji is advocating for the unity of Mount Kenya, that is not ground for impeachment of tribalism. Rigiji is not spreading any hatred against other community. Then there's no problem there. If Rigiji is not inciting any other community, there's no problem. If Rigiji is not involved in hate speech, people like Moses Kuria have been talking about hate speech from time immemorial. People like Moses Kuria have been loud that Luos are not circumcised. And they are the people currently advising president into the state house. So you ask yourself, tribalism, it has begun with Rigiji today. But during the time of Moses Kuria, when they were saying Luos are not circumcised, but Luos were responding to them, we are not circumcised yet, but we are circumcised in our brain. Our brains have been circumcised. That's how Luos used to respond to them. That is Moses Kuria's quote. But that is primitive thought. If Moses Kuria was loud, even people like, there are many people who have this issue of tribalism in Mount Kenya before the coming of UDA. So if Rigiji is talking about unity, and that is what is being viewed as tribalism, then I can say we have a problem, because even at the executive level, look at the appointment of William Ruto in parastatals. Because they are saying Rigiji is full of tribalism, Rigiji wants to the government. What about William Ruto before the broad-based government come into play? Look at the appointment, the parastatal. Kalenjins, look at the PSS. Kalenjins are outshining other people. Even look at the tenders being given right now. You find the Kalenjin people. Go to KRA. Go to these offices. From a sweeper to gateman, you find that they are Kalenjins. So when it is Ruto's turn, it is fine. You can apply that tribalism. But when it's Rigiji's time, it's now not fine. If they are impeaching Rigiji on the unity of advocating for the unity, well and good. As for me, I don't support Rigiji. I'm just trying to put out my points clear. Neither do I support Rigiji nor William Ruto. But my point is very clear. These leaders most of them are tribal. If you look at the arrangement, that joint ticket, which Rigiji is crying like a baby at you, I elected on one ticket, don't impeach me. If you must impeach me, impeach both of us. Then you ask your question, that arrangement. Why did William Ruto pick Rigiji to be his running mate? Because he was interested in Mount Kenyan votes. He knew very well that by picking Rigiji, the people of Mount Kenya will vote for him overwhelmed. Uhuru Kenyatta picked William Ruto because they wanted that arrangement of Kalenjin Kikuyu tribe so that they can get into power. But the point is, those marriages were not genuine. Those relationships, they were never genuine from the word go. It was just an arrangement for tribal arithmetic to assist them to get into power. Now, once they are in power, they have started to impeach each other. So you can ask yourself, were these marriages genuine? Then the answer is they were never genuine. That's why we are saying if in any case they have break out those people who are in those relationships, it means that those marriages are irreconcilable marriages. They cannot be reconciled. They're irreconcilable. So what am I saying? I'm saying let us, all of us, or all our leaders, be true to themselves. Let them speak what they mean and mean exactly what they say. Let them know that when one of their leader is a victim of circumstances, they participate overwhelmed to make sure that is out. So there's no problem. Let them bring the impeachment tomorrow or whichever day. Whoever have his day, well and good. But as for us as the people, we should know that these leaders, they are playing us mind games, because the people who want Rigiji out are the similar people. For example, let me give you a good example, Brother Benson. I don't want to focus much on tribalism. They will also impeach me. You know, when Mwai Kibaki was president for the last 10 years, from 2002 to 2013, Ruto knew very well that Mwai Kibaki was a Kikuyu. And Ruto gave us another Kikuyu, Uhuru Kenyatta, for the next 10 years. So today, they want to say that they know they can lecture people about tribalism. Lecture who? You know very well that Kibaki was coming from Mount Kenya. And we are diverse as a country. We are more than 40 tribes. Why was he supporting another person from Mount Kenya? That was very wrong. Similarly, he knew very well that they have served with Uhuru Kenyatta for 10 years. Then he was giving us, like they have shifted Rift Valley, Central Rift Valley, President Kikuyu, Deputy Kalenjin, President Kalenjin, Deputy Mount Kenya Kikuyu, as if other nations are not in this country. And today they are saying that they are the liberal. No, they are not liberal. All of them are tribal leaders. They are leading that tribal worship in their camps, and even in the appointments, even the issuing of tenders. Those who are close to them, particularly those who are close to them from their region, from their community, are getting much than other part of the country. The other parts of the country have been given peanuts, but the people who are enjoying are the people from their specifically community. So before they come to the people of Kenya and try to be as white as cotton, they should remember the people of Kenya knows very well each and every history of these individuals. We know them very well. We know that there is none of them who is not a tribal, because even if they want to bring that bargaining power, where they want to make that, for example, they want to make that arrangement for presidential ticket, president and deputy president, they usually go back to their community, they consolidate. Then someone will come like, I'm the Luo leader. Let us merge with the Kamba leader. And they say Kalonzo is the Kamba kingpin. Raila is the Luo kingpin. Then okay, you have your arrangements. Let me go back to Mount Kenya and consolidate. Me as Uhuru, I'm coming as Mount Kenya kingpin. You as Ruto, come as Kalenjin kingpin. Then today you want to say that it has begun with Rigiji? No, it has not begun with Rigiji. Let us be sincere as our politicians.
I think you are muted because I can't hear you. I don't know whether it's on my side.
Okay, what is happening? I was just following up on Morara. Actually, he has been arrested, and I've seen the human activists. They are there with him. So we don't know the reason why, but it's something that is true. Is he has been arrested? So we will come and get the information, the reason behind his arrest. But now this one can also be because, like, what is happening tomorrow is a big deal. So by Morara being arrested, having transverse all the country, because like everybody knows him, so that one also will spin, make people to think. But like, Ayaga, how are you doing?
I'm good. You can hear me now?
I can hear you very well.
Okay. I'm okay. And you?
I'm good, and we are seeing Morara is arrested today. He's at the police station right now as we speak.
He was abducted. They have just found him in a police station. So
Yeah.
you know, a proper arrest is where police come with arresting order or arresting warrant. You are being shown we are picking you because of A, B, C, D, and Z. Yeah. But ile ya kitambo ya Moi ya utasema mbele, those are abductions. Those are not arrests. That's why we call them abduction. You can't arrest me and tell me my mistake later. Yeah.
One of the things that I saw somebody writing, like, by impeaching Gachagua, this is going to cure tribalism. Somebody wrote like that, and is somebody who is in UDA party. How is that one curing tribalism?
You know, Bernard Benson, we have been with these people of UDA. I think you know their brains. It's not on a bad faith, but majority. In fact, we used to say that UDA, their brains has been removed and replaced by carcass. So seeing that from a UDA perspective, I don't think that is a very big deal. Like I was saying yesterday and the days before, and I want to maintain that the impeachment story is just a distraction. There is something government don't want us to discuss. There is something government don't want us to know. And there is something the government don't allow us to talk about. Impeachment is a destructive thing. It will not work. I heard my brother say, you know, our politics started as a tribalism where those were the PR, where the white people told the Kikuyus that, you know, you are the people who fought for independence more than any other tribe. Before independence, in fact, from 1952, Kenyans were united more than ever. Why? I have always said, when people are united, those who are in power, the rulers, they have something to be afraid. They are not happy. So when they notice the unity of the country, they start a propaganda. The problem, you know, those days propaganda lasts for very long time. The problem now that is even making this Rigji impeachment look awkward. And I heard one of the MPs today saying there is no criminal charge. There is no criminal charge. It will be political charges. There is nothing like you can charge me with a political statement, idle talks like shareholding, like what Wambulema, the stories of my people. Yes, everybody have a constituency and you have to fight for your constituency. Yeah, you must have your people. What is wrong with having that? In our culture and heritage, everybody must trace back to where I come from. Even Obama, when he was being elected, told those people, I'm a Luo. I'm from Kenya. My father is from Siaya. He never hesitated. He told them the truth. You can't hide where you come from, and you can't be proud of where you come from, no matter how it's kama ni mbaya. So let me talk about this Gachagua's impeachment and the reason why I'm telling you, and this is the prediction I'm making. There is no MP from central Kenya that can move that motion. Write that one down. Tomorrow we are ready for them. No Mount Kenya MP. If you want to know that what I was saying all along is very serious and very correct. No ODM MP is going to dare to move that motion. No ODM MP. That one, take it to the bank. I can assure you. The only people they can confuse are the people from Western Kenya, the side of Bungoma, and maybe they get one from Mukambani, who is allied to UDA, but is not from Wiper. I'm telling you that. The sources tells me that even the list they shared yesterday, they started signing that list from almost 280 something going up, 218 going up. Why can't they share those pages from page 1 to page last? They started it from, because they have not even achieved it. If it is there, if they have achieved it by now, yes, by yesterday when that list was out, I'm told that that was the only list signed only by the mostly the Rift Valley MPs from the Kalenjin nation, who want to propagate a propaganda against Gachagua, that Gachagua want to overthrow the government of their man. Like I told you, the tribal is for everybody. It's not for Gachagua alone. I'm also told there is ODM factor in this. ODM is telling them, yes, we can impeach Gachagua. But if we impeach Gachagua, we need ODM now as the largest party after UDA to be given that DP seat. And that's where the rubber meets the road. I'm telling you, there is ODM factor in it. That's why you have not seen the likes of Junet are talking about it. You have not seen any ODM MP speaking about it. They are still pushing. They are still pushing. If their demands are allowed or are achieved, you will see them talking publicly about this case. None of them has spoken because they have a demand. They are pushing that demand. They want, yes, we can remove him, but give us that position. So that's where the rubber meets the road. And that's why I tell you, sometimes, even there will be no impeachment motion tomorrow. Number 2, there is Mount Kenya factor. The people who are telling Gachagua is tribal want this seat to be removed just from Gachagua to another person in Mount Kenya.
So how will that one cure tribalism? Because that is what we are asking. If they
I told you you can't cure tribalism. It is no, you don't have a medicine for it. The tribalism, in fact, in Kenya we don't have tribalism. My friend, I have read the stories of country like Myanmar and the Rohingyas. Yeah. When those people don't want you, they start what we call a genocide against you. In Kenya, there is no community. We only fight a normal fight, like you can fight a brother. And tomorrow you take tea together. And I told you, if you want to know, there is no tribalism in Kenya. Tomorrow go to Kikomba. Go to any market in these big towns. You don't ask, are you from Central Kenya or are you from Nyanza so that I can buy anything for you? We don't have tribalism. We only have some ethnic chauvinism towards the election of our man. After that, Kenyans, they forget everything. After that, they fight like brothers, you know. They fight, they care for each other. After 2-3 months, they are settling, they are moving on. It is until the politicians are divided on the top is when they want to bring that to a common man. In a country where tribalism is talked about, the tribalism is on people. Like what happens in Rwanda. The leaders were talking about it, but the people on the ground were also talking about the Tutsis and the Hutus. Yeah? And they fought bitterly. In Kenya, we have not have one community want to alienate another community because of tribal. We have never seen that. So our tribal is just for political goals. Once it is achieved, people are preaching peace. We sit together, we school together. There are countries where tribalism, where if you are from Kikuyu land, you cannot go to a school where Luo, you cannot. But in Kenya, we talk about tribalism. But if you go to Nairobi, you get half of the school are people from Central Kenya, and half of the teachers are from Luo Nyanza. How is that tribalism? Surely. So tribalism is with our leaders. That's why in Kenya we are very happy. Tribalism is with our leaders, so it's not with us. So okay. let me take my second point, the Mount Kenya factor. Yeah. So Mount Kenya factor, these people who want to remove Gachagua are also bargaining with their fellows. You know, if you tell me today, Benson, let us join hand with MCOBURA to remove MIGUDA, I will ask you, after removing MIGUDA, what are you giving me? Yeah. So ODM wako na pressure kwa hawa watu. ODM wako na pressure. So the Mount Kenya factor iko, in a way, they want this seat from Gachagua apewe mtu either Mount Kenya East ama Mount Kenya West, the way they have divided themselves. Yeah. Yeah. And that also has a repercussion. In Gema, the dominant community is the Kikuyu. They will feel, because you know the Kikuyu combined, Kikuyu alone combined, even if you add Embu, you add Meru, you add even, you give them Kambani, the Kikuyu alone still becomes the dominant community, and the Kikuyus will feel we are betrayed. So them alone, they have a lot of votes and they have a lot of say. So you cannot rule them. So that's a Mount Kenya factor. Still on the table, not solved. Some people saying, you know, we can give Ndidi Nyoro. That's why Ndidi Nyoro is quiet. The cards are very tough to play. Then there is a fear in Kikuyu. This is what is number 3 now, is what is going to make Gachagua a kingpin. The Kikuyus, they never have a kingpin. From the word go, even from independence. The Kikuyus always choose their leaders from when the situation arises, when their interests are threatened, when they feel like they are being oppressed, when they feel there is something that is against them, they can choose one madman and run and rally around him and make him a leader. So there is a fear of Pentagon regrouping. Because if you see Raila Odinga, you see William Ruto, you see Musalia Mudavadi, and now from Coast, we have replaced Balala and with Joho. And then there was a guy in Mount Kenya East called Joe Nyaga. And this Joe Nyaga is coming in the picture of Kindiki. So they fear. There is that fear of 41 against 1. You remember that story?
Yes. Yeah.
There is that fear that if the ODM, if the Pentagon, not ODM, if the Pentagon regroup and leave the Kikuyu nation outside, it will be hard for them. And people like Kimani Chungwa can easily be betrayed. They can even be told in the near future, your job is done, and even the position of the majority leader, you are being removed, and you can do nothing, and he will say nothing. So that fear of Pentagon regrouping is what has propelled Gachagua, and these people have done it in a style that they think wanaumiza Gachagua, kumbe wanajenga Gachagua 20 times. So we are waiting. Number one, what will actually make this impeachment story if there is a criminal charges? But look the way they are behaving now. They have arrested Waititu. They have arrested Kibasu. I'm told they want to arrest Mike Sonko. You know, these people, they want chaos. You know, I told you the other day that there are people, if you arrest them in Nairobi, you are cultivating chaos. And when that chaos comes to you, you blame Gachagua on it. They want chaos. They don't want to do this thing peaceably. So they are looking for chaos. And by tomorrow, they will arrest so many people. I'm telling you, if it fails, they will arrest actually 2 or 3 people. Even Babu Owino, I'm told. There is Alfred Keter, I'm told they want to arrest him. So they may arrest these people to provoke.
Hao wamefanya nini?
You know, they are connecting these people with the Gen Z demonstration. Yeah. Like Kebasu. Why is Kebasu being arrested?
He was arrested.
They are just going to who is funding you, who you are talking to, who accept that you are with Gachagua. You know, I've been arrested in those nonsense. Wanakuzungusha na Subaru, wanakuweka mahali, wanaanza kukuuliza swali za kimandazi, then they take your phone, they remain with it after dumping you somewhere and they will tell you, no, we will call you for questioning, and nobody will questioning you again. Nobody will take you court. Your phone is gone. It will never come back. So
okay, MCOBURA,
kamata. Yeah.
Just continue, I'm coming.
Yeah, okay. Kamata ni vitu tumezoea. So the more they are doing it, the more they chaos, and that chaos will come for them. I think the Ruto's policy, Ruto has failed. He has nothing to tell Kenyans. He wants just to provoke people, let people bring chaos, and he will go to his people and say, I wanted to work. Nilikuwa na mpango na tulipanga na tumetenga, lakini wale watu wakaniletea shida, wakaniletea maandamano, wakaniletea fujo, wakanipiga kila siku. Sasa singefanya hiyo kitu mkinipea hii again 2027 because there are no grounds of Ruto being president again, even by Jove in 2027. He's tapping the water for himself, and he will bathe with that water. And during this presidency is when we saw a former president mother, a 90-year-old woman, the security being withdrawn, and the goons were sent. Even if they want to give that to Gachagua, the buck stops with the president. And I'm telling you, the buck stops with the president. They want to blame Gachagua, the buck stops with the president. MCOBURA, I think that those are my points up to this moment, unless you have a question.
Something else that I would want you to at least give your opinion on is the issue of ODM. We saw the ODM whip, that is Honorable Millie Odhiambo. She was in Homa Bay, and then she was asked whether ODM is going to participate in the removal of the deputy president, and she said that when the president asked them for some of their members, they accepted to give some of their members, but among the things that they said was that they would not interfere with the politics of Mount Kenya. And from explanation, it was saying that since they started helping the government, but again, she was saying that some politicians from Mount Kenya are coming out trying to say that ODM was brought in to remove or to impeach Gachagua. And for that reason, they have touched Baba. That was according to her statement. And so they are going to fight back. Their fighting back means they are going to participate in impeachment of the deputy president. Maybe my question to you is, should they get involved in the impeachment of the deputy president? I've heard very well that you've said they also want something from out of it for them to participate. But how is it going to change the politics of 2022 with the ODM being that they have always been the biggest contender in general elections, how is it going to change their approach of 2027? And again, we know and we understand that now the UDA is the ruling party, and then the second largest party in that is supporting the government, of course, is the ODM. They may be going to demand for the DP position. Your take, Mr. Eric.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that's why I'm always saying here, ODM must be very careful this time round. Once beaten, twice shy. In 2018, ODM took us to something you guys call handshake. Kitu ilitutesa sana. Mimi sijawahi shikwa na DCI. Hiyo ndio kitu imefanya nikashikwa na DCI. ODM took us into something called the handshake. So this handshake nonsense, ODM got nothing. They were only told, you know, ikifika 2022, the deep state, the system with the Babas mighty, you will win the presidency, which Baba never won. I think this time round, if ODM choose to meddle in UDA politics, they must go with a clear interest. And that is where my happiness is. If ODM factor, if they go there and told those people, yes, we will help you remove him, but you replace him with one of ODM member. Na hapo italipukia the rest of 48 MPs from Mount Kenya that are forwarding, fronting, entertaining, preaching the Gachagua's impeachment. And still, if Rigathi Gachagua is impeached by Jove, and this thing is taken to Mount Kenya East, the Kikuyus, the first side of Gema, the word G there, will feel betrayed, and Rigathi Gachagua can form a part to take Mount Kenya East, and their allies in Rift Valley, like in Nakuru, and some in Lamu, and any other places in Kenya. And Rigathi Gachagua will still be a big man and will still send these people home. Our problem in Kenya today is not a rogue deputy president. Our problem in Kenya as we speak is economical challenges every and each Kenya is going through. The corruption, the bad governance, the leadership failures. Those are the things. Education problem, health problems. Those are the biggest problems we have in Kenya today. Not who should be impeached and who should not be impeached. As far as for me, I can give these people, let them have their time up to 2027 and deal with them freely and squarely in a democratic manner. Let the failures not call for chaos and blame the chaos. Because number one, you know, they are also calculating they might extend William Ruto's tenure in office. Do you know why? By forcefully removing Gachagua, you will call for chaos, and when chaos erupted, other communities will join in that chaos, because some people will not disrupt us and we are quiet. It's a chaos that will go for long. No IBC, no everything. Ikifika by 2027, they will ask for extension like what South Sudan did. So I don't trust William Ruto, and I will never trust him any day. And that one I will repeat forever in my life. I don't trust that man. All his games, all his crook games, he knows what he's doing. And I want to pray that these MPs will not develop the cold feet and drop the impeachment motion and say William Ruto intervene. I want William Ruto to allow them to table that motion tomorrow in the afternoon in Parliament so that we see what happens after that. You know, they had that plan. And then they came, you know, President William Ruto intervened. Those are pure propaganda. This time round, we are asking William Ruto, don't intervene. Let them bring it on, and we see how far they can go with the numbers or without numbers. But I'm telling you, the Mount Kenya people might sign, some of the MP may sign that impeachment motion. But on the day of voting, I'm telling you, even the senators in the Senate, on the day of voting, they will be nowhere to be seen. And they will cripple the numbers in Parliament because of the fear of public repercussion. I'm telling you that. So it is a 50-50. That's why we are praying this time. Tunaomba sana iletwe. Wacha iletwe. You cannot dangle a carrot hivi, tutaleta, tutafanya, tutatenga. Hii kufanya kwao na kutenga na kupanga hii. Sasa wamepanga, walipanga ya kwanza ikafail, wamepanga ya pili, sasa walete. They should not come tomorrow to address the nation. You know, president intervenes. President should not intervene. Let the MPs led by Kimani Chungwa bring it on. And I pray that Kimani Chungwa, as the majority leader, should be the mover of the motion.
Yes. Mr. Eric, do you really think that that would be a true statement? Should they say that? Okay, last time they said that the president intervened. But again, from where I sit, I know and understand that for an impeachment of the deputy president to be organized, then the president has to be aware. Actually, it is with the blessings of the president. So my question to you is, do you think the president is not aware of the impending impeachment? And then number two, let's assume that the deputy president is impeached. That would mean that for the first time in the Republic of Kenya, we'll be seeing the deputy presidents being impeached. And again, remember, since we had the Constitution 2010, it is going to be the first impeachment of the deputy president. And there are also people who are saying that, oh, maybe the role of the deputy president is not very much clarified in the Constitution 2010. And for that reason, the role of actually the deputy president and the deputy governors. And that is why most of times they have nothing to do in the office. But then the question comes, why are we then paying them as the people? Where are they earning from our taxes if they have no defined role? And then number three, something else that I would want you to also clarify is if the deputy president is impeached, that means that the president would have a leeway of nominating someone of his preference. And that would actually go against the democracy in the Republic of Kenya, because the Constitution gives us a chance to elect the deputy president together with the president. And we do so because we trust the two pair. In this situation where the president is going to nominate the deputy, is that not going to be someone that is fully just going to remote control? Someone is just going to fully listen and to do everything without knowing very well that he also got votes from the Republic of Kenya. Yes?
Yes, now. I think having a deputy president being elected by the president, I think it is a gentleman agreement that our constitution did not capture. Because, you know, many people are saying, we are using the presidential system of governance. And in any presidential system of governance, the president and deputy president are elected together And I think with the removal of deputy president, I think it will be a constitutional question that will go way up to Supreme Court. That's why I'm saying, you see, you see this Gachagua's impeachment are a waste of time, are things that are here to distract us. Because this thing, even if you manage to marshal the numbers, MPs are MPs, they can do whatever they want. Senators are senators, they can be whipped. That's why there is a whip. They can be whipped into a certain way and they do the same. But this thing is heading to court. It will head to court. What happens when the pair ticket of president and deputy president, now one is removed from the office, which is the deputy? How do you fill that gap? That's number one. That question is not a question that even if you impeach Gachagua by 2 weeks, Gachagua may still be in the office for another 2 years. From the High Court, we will go to Supreme Court, we will go to Court of Appeal. That question will go all along up to Supreme Court, like what BBI. BBI, you know, he died 1 year to election, or some few days to election. So even the Gachagua impeachment with the court and the timing of the court, it may end some few days to election. Number two, I think the president, the deputy president, should be given one ministry. At Independent, we have this thing called, when you are vice president, you are also the minister of home affairs. Mambo ya kindani tu, si internal security, but mambo ya kindani ya hiyo inchi. I think so. Home affairs. Because I remember Jaramogi was the first president of the Republic of Kenya and the Minister of Home Affairs. And that thing came up to with Saitoti, even Mudi Awori, even Wamalwa. But I think Constitution made it impossible along the way. And even Kalonzo, when Kalonzo was the president, the vice president for Kibaki from 2007 to 2013, he was also the leader of government business in the House, because then MPs were the ministers. So he had a role in that. Apart from being the vice president, I think our constitution, we need an amendment that we designate at least one ministry for the deputy president and give the deputy president other constitutional functions like chairing of IPEC, yeah, that governor thing. It is the deputy, that it is in the constitution. That one must be chaired by the deputy president, not president. So I think we need to add at least some roles to the deputy president, at least 4 or 5, so they be busy. You know, also if you have somebody, you're funding that office, you are pumping money in that office, it has influence, but the guy is idle. Idle mind is a devil's workshop. So lazima mtatuangana kidogo kwa maneno ya kisiasa. So I think we need to amend the constitution. At least bring a parliamentary amendment. That is what I mean. These are things you don't go to referendum. This is just something you do a parliamentary amendment and the president assent to it, it becomes law and we move with it. Because referendum is very costly, wastage of time, bringing unnecessary politics during a time that the government and the people who are elected should be relaxing and working for the people of Kenya. Yes, we need to have a referendum, but small thing like giving a DP an office should not be an issue for us to go for a referendum too. Yeah, I think those are my words for now.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. I have a problem with my power on these sides. I have to the end of the show. Where I stay. So hopefully if it comes back, maybe you would come back and continue. But for now, allow me to take this opportunity to thank everyone who joined the show. At the comment section, those who engaged us, the likes of Gypsy Corner, and if you're new to this channel, because at PDM we say your opinion counts. Even just to say your last remarks.
Okay, let me just say, let us have our viewers with us. Thank you very much. I know we have run for a very short time. Even me, I have some still little bit Ushagones problem, but very soon I think we will be sufficient because many people are complaining the screen is dark. Yeah, I know that. I think we will do something, and in the near future, we shall have a very very bright screen everywhere. Everybody will be seen, and we shall engage. So just tell a friend to tell a friend that sometimes during evening hours, this is where we stay. Tunakwanga huku, so wakuje in full swing.